Alrighty, welcome online, ladies and gentlemen. We're just setting up for today's event. Do us a favor, type in where you're watching us from as you log in from around the world. We're in 74 countries and Neumi is growing like crazy. It's been a magnificent week. So many great stories of stuff that's going on in the Neumi world. With that in mind, I'm going to give you a quick timer. That's your opportunity to check. Look in the list. Are your people online or have they not arrived yet? Maybe you want to give them a little prompter and make sure they don't miss out on today's session. So here's your timer. And here it is. Alrighty, for those people who don't speak fluent English, don't fret because here in the Zoom room right now, you can select closed captions for many languages, which I'll play in just a moment. But if you're on YouTube and you want to watch the playback in the bottom of the screen, you can also adjust so you can read along with closed captions in your local language. So let's have a quick listen to this.
Por favor, vaya a la parte inferior de la pantalla en Zoom o YouTube y haga clic en subtítulos para leer en español.
Kérlek, menj a képernyő aljára, a Zoomon vagy a YouTube-on, a Closed Caption részre, és ott el tudod olvasni magyarul a feliratot.
Silakan klik di layar bawah pada Zoom atau YouTube dan klik caption untuk membaca dalam bahasa Indonesia.
Pour les sous-titres en français, veuillez cliquer au bas de votre écran Zoom ou YouTube sur CC ou Closed Captions.
Zoom または YouTube の画面の下部に移動し、字幕をクリックして日本語で読んでください。
請到屏幕底部點閱隱藏字幕以閱讀中文.
Παρακαλώ πηγαίνετε στο κάτω μέρος της οθόνης, στο Zoom ή στο YouTube και κάντε κλικ στους υπότιτλους για να τα διαβάσετε στα ελληνικά.
請到屏幕底部點擊隱藏字幕以閱讀中文.
אנא עברו לתחתית המסך בזום וביוטיוב ולחצו על תרגום לכתוביות בעברית.
Proszę zejść na dół ekranu na Zoomie lub YouTubie i kliknąć napisy, żeby przeczytać po polsku.
Beautiful. I love the fact that we are in so many countries with so many languages. I'm just going to change my speaking language to English for those people who are reading. So welcome, everybody. It's been a magnificent week for Neumi. So much growth going on around the world. It's crazy. I can see people are logged in right now from all different countries. We have Ontario, Las Vegas, not that it's a country, but Western Australia, Ontario, I can't even pronounce that one, Trinidad and Tobago, Toronto, Savannah, Georgia. We have Indonesia, Florida, Northern Ontario. Ontario is coming in today, New Zealand, Las Vegas again, and Charleston, USA. So welcome, everybody. I love this time of the week because it's our opportunity to hear from corporate as they update us on various things that are going on and maybe even point to a couple of training items and things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand the call over to Sergio Della Mora. So Sergio is our head of sales. If you want to unmute and turn your camera on, buddy. And he will be sharing with you some fantastic updates today. So over to you, Sergio.
Thank you, Michael. Hello. Happy March 2025, everybody. So exciting. You know, we're doing a lot of exciting things this year. We have really evaluated the outcome of the success of Neumi its first 3 years since it's been established and as we're heading into our 5th year. And we are just having a lot of fun with this new year. You may have noticed we're heavily focusing on helping you jumpstart the year with your business. I'll talk a little bit about the promotion we currently have. So if you've been waiting for the right moment to take off with your business, to enroll new members, new customers, this is the month to do it. It's a perfect time because you're going to get some additional benefits through what you would usually get on the comp plan. So we have some fun weekly bonuses that we'll talk about and how will that work. Before I move on, I'd like to give a special welcome to one of our newest members of the medical board here at Neumi. This is something that Stephen Scott is very proud of because we work side by side and partner with medical professionals. A lot of them have very extensive knowledge in glutathione, and it's a really nice thing for us because they help us and they work volunteering. So This is going to be something great. We'd like to welcome Dr. Nikolopoulos. He is a very good doctor that I think you're going to have the opportunity to meet in the future on one of these calls. A little bit of history, a little bit about him. He's the founder and scientific director of the Center of Molecular Analysis and Research, and he is also a Memorial Sloan Kettering Fellow. So Steve, I can tell you he's very excited for him to join. Next week, I'll make an announcement of another member that's going to be joining us, and you'll see some news on that. But we have updated our website when it comes to the medical board, so I invite you to go to neumi.com and look at these updated biographies as you have them there. Another exciting aspect of this month is we are preparing for Achieve. Let me go ahead and pull up a PowerPoint here. I apologize, 1 minute. So here we go. As we are preparing to launch the month, we're looking already ahead into the next year, but just want to give you a quick reminder. Michael, one more. I'm just trying to get my share screen here. I apologize. I know it's a little bit of a delay, but speaking of that, we might have some fun updates with our technology and how we communicate with you. While I pull up my presentation, I want to remind all of you that we are doing 2 enhancements to the way we communicate with you. So you may have noticed that we improved our communication via email. We are sending you weekly emails when we have promotions, any specific information. We are still relying heavily on help.neumi.com. So whenever you have a question on anything, whether it's a shipping delay, whether it's an enhancement, or even details about an incentive triple promotion, all you need to do is go to help.neumi.com. That is being updated daily, and whenever we have any information relevant that we want to get out to you, you have that resource at your hands. Another exciting announcement, speaking of the communication, so that's 1. 2, we're going to be starting a members night for the European Union. So this is a very successful night for us. As you're aware, the first members night of every month is hosted by us here at corporate. And there has been a lot of requests. How can we get this information in Europe? Obviously, for them, they're fast asleep right now. And time is not the only challenge we have, but we have various languages. And so we're teaming up with some of our very kind members who are going to step up and be able to help us with interpretation. And so starting next month, every first Wednesday of the month, we will have a call for Europe, which will start at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, and that is going to be 7 p.m. for Central European Time. So we look forward to that. Look out for communication. We will have the very first one next Wednesday at that time, and then going forward, it'll repeat every first Wednesday of the month, and it'll just be the same. We'll just have an earlier one for them, and then we'll host our regular call here at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And last but not least, for communication, we have, just a quick reminder, we have now started a brand new call open to everyone at Neumi. This call, we're calling it the Neumi Weekly Corner Update. Chris Fowler and I are usually hosting this ourselves, but we just want to invite all of the Neumi community to come on board. Any update we have, anything, whether it's promotions or even any update from IT or operations, this will be the opportunity to get you going for the week. It's every Monday morning at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Karen Justice, one of our crowns, is actually already doing this weekly, as I've mentioned in the past. And many people wanted to be part of that. And so we just agreed, why don't we turn this into a corporate call, and we can give the quickly updates to everyone that wants to join us every Monday. So for the time being, it's on neumi.tv every Monday morning at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, okay? So now let me go ahead and pull up the presentation. For some reason, Michael, it's not allowing me to bring it up. Let me try one more time. And I appreciate your patience. We also may try a different platform on this Zoom channel we have that will make this a little bit more easier especially if here at corporate, we may have a little bit of challenges here and there, but I'm going to bring it up. So 1 second. Oh, it almost had it, Michael, almost had it. I apologize. If I can't get it on, we'll just do it without it. It's no problem. All right, one last time. Thank you for your patience. All right, I think it's going to work now. Great. Okay. So you can see that there, I hope.
Yep, got it.
All right. So a lot of the things we're doing right now is we're preparing for Las Vegas Achieve. I saw Ronan on here. I saw Mr. Coco, who also lives in Las Vegas. You know, we're coming down there for the very first Achieve 2025. This is going to be something special. And our hope is that this becomes part of our cadence. So what we mean by that is just a reminder, we want to make sure that as we establish Neumi, that every year we automatically know what we'll have as part of our culture. And having said that, we want to allow members to have the opportunity to come to these trainings. We have not only the exciting part to have crowns present at these events to help you understand and get their teachings on how they've achieved success. We'll also be teaming up with other members. I can tell you that one exciting elements we have about this is that we want to make it very personable. So part of the exciting elements of this industry and something that thanks to this industry and the relationships I built is that you gain a lot of desire for personal development. And we are very blessed that Stephen Scott, our founder, is one of those authors and people who just inspire you. So he has in the past created some programs to help you with vision. And so he will be at the Las Vegas Achieve to kick off, and we'll be sharing some of his messages throughout the world. Michael, I look forward to being with you in Thailand. And I know that Ryan and Chris are excited to be in Croatia. So get ready. But just to get you guys even more pumped, here's a little bit of, for those that are have confirmed, you're going to be going to the Green Valley Ranch in Henderson, Nevada. We're going to be there from the 3rd through the 6th. The activity will take place on the 4th and 5th. This is not only a training, but an opportunity to connect as part of the community. We're also going to have some fun while we're there. Again, I mentioned the personal development from our team and founder, Mr. Scott. And best of all is that you will be able to be at the very first Achieve, and then we'll move on to the others later on. So this is an opportunity that you'll have to qualify each year. We want to help you get there. And so that will be open to all. But we don't want you to stop there. We want to help all of the Neumi members that would like to jump to the next phase and go to the Diamond to be part of the Diamond Club. And so just as a quick reminder, I can tell you that we're receiving a lot of excitement. In fact, people that are not part of Neumi have inquired specifically on this because it makes sense. How come we're doing something that is so special when all you have to do is qualify once as your rank? You don't have to worry about additional points for this specific trip. All you need to do is qualify once as a diamond during the qualification period, and that automatically gets you for the cruise. This is a 7-night cruise. We're going to be going to various places. It'll take place in October, but just to get you excited, we're going to be going to Italy, going out of Rome. We'll go to Spain. We'll go back to Italy as we head back. But 7 nights, you're welcome to bring a guest if you qualify. And just as a quick reminder, all you have to do is qualify once as a diamond. If you qualify 2 times, you'll get to participate in an activity that we especially held, an excursion chosen by corporate. If you get to crown, you will be able to get an upgraded room. And so best of all, I can guarantee you that we're going to have a very good time. Neumi just has so much to offer, and I'm going to be talking a lot about what we offer as a whole in the next few member nights that we host as corporate. Another thing that I would like to remind that we have access to, especially during travels, whether you're doing business. I used this tool recently. I got back from Chicago just Saturday. I had the privilege to team up with Double Diamond Juanita Santillana. She held her very first meeting in that place, in that city, and it was very nice because she had 2 different sessions. One was for English and the next one in Spanish. I came back super excited because I got to connect with a lot of good people. And there were one thing that really impressed me about this specific meeting is I always ask when I go on, who is here for the very first time? And about 90% of the room raised their hands. We even had one of our wonderful members travel all the way from Long Beach to be at the event. So for a minute, I thought I was in California because I saw her at the event last year, but I was really in Chicago. And so she was there very excited sharing her testimony. But I encourage a lot of you to work with your diamond uplines let us know if you plan on holding some meetings. We can always connect with you through the corporation. And at times, depending on how organized your meetings and events are, we can even team up with you and help you with these opportunity meetings in partnering with you and investing in them by being there, teaming up with you. But the reason I'm showing you this is because we have so much to offer. We may not talk about this a whole lot, but we offer Neumi Voyager. So as part of the benefit you have as a Neumi member is that you can get discounts on hotels, on car rentals, on meeting spaces, you name it. I've talked to people that use this platform in the past where they had to pay a monthly fee. This is completely free to all of you as members. It's in your back office. All you have to do is log in. On the left side where you find your reports and your downlines, there's just a little section in case you were not aware of it that you click on, and it'll take you to this specific website link under Neumi Voyager. I can tell you I used this once for a hotel reservation, and it was very simple and easy, and I was able to find a good rate on a room. So take advantage of that benefit. We'll talk more about the many benefits we offer as we go. Now, the time has come for me to share the promotion with you. I know that you're all very familiar with it, but let's talk a little bit about it. Why are we hyping this up so much? Now as we're in the third month, we are changing it up a bit. We went from the Rank Up promotion, so now we're focusing on the Blitz. This has been a very successful promotion so far. And the greatest thing about it, just how well it aligned, this is a weekly promotion. So it started on March 3rd, which was Monday, and it's weekly. So what that means is that you'll get paid weekly out on it when you qualify. And the best thing about it is you'll have it all through month end and the beginning of the month in April. So it goes through April 6th, and it's very simple. So here's a little visual to help you. You should have received this email. We also have this on help.neumi.com. Again, that great resource. And we actually added another way to get this information to you in your back office. You may have noticed that we have banners right as you log in, where you will see any of the current events that are taking place, including promotions such as this. But let's get into it, and I'll clarify some questions that we've had recently. So if you enroll 3 new members, you will get not the traditional 25%, but you will get a 40% of personal commission. Now, one thing to remember, it's very important that you remember that we have a few rules for this to capture in our system and for you to qualify. You can mix and match. What does that mean? This does apply to customer enrollments, and it also works with member enrollments. It has to be a minimum of 100 PV, but you cannot mix and match. So just remember, if your focus is enrolling 3 new members to get the 40%, make sure they're all members. Otherwise, it will not get paid and it will not qualify for the promotion. It's same if you have customers, make sure they're 3 customers with at least 100 PV so that you can get the 40% on that, okay? You don't have to stop at 3. If you get 6 members enrolled in 1 week, your commissions will jump to 45%. Isn't that exciting on all 6 members? If you get to 9, we'll take that up to 50%. So what a great way to work this month as you establish and continue to kick off this wonderful year, which we know will be full of many surprises and wonderful outcomes for all of us here at Neumi. Just again, to clarify, you cannot mix and match. Another important element to remember is that there is a cap. So do you have to stop at 9 to get the benefit of the 50? No, but there is a cap at 15. So the most we would pay out in 1 week is for 15 enrollments. Anything after the 15 enrollments, as long as they qualify for the 50%, they'll be paid out normal weekly start commissions, just to make that very clear. And last but not least, this is open worldwide in our market, so take advantage of it. If you have any questions, please let us know, but I can't tell you how many people have reached out so far and told us how excited they are about it. It's been fun, as I've seen people from Indonesia, leaders from the Pacific, leaders from all over come and just congratulate us on this. But in reality, this is your promotion, so we want you to have a lot of success with it. So wish you the best. If you have any questions, feel free to put it on the chat, and I'll make sure I answer that before I finish, okay? Now, one of the elements I want to share with you, I'm going to open up something else. Speaking of all the tools we have, I'm going to share kind of one of our focus. We're doing a review of all the tools we offer, and we want to make sure that when people join Neumi, when they're members, they know what to expect, and we have some recommendations for the first 90 days. Our recommendation to you is, of course, work very closely with the member who sponsored you, work very closely with your Diamond upline, and make sure that you are in tune with how they want to help you succeed, because they're out there in the field. But what we gather is information from many people who have been out in the field, and this is information that we generated and put it out for you. I don't know about you guys, but think about this for a minute. I don't know how many times maybe in the traditional world, you maybe started a brand new job. You get to this job, or even a school, it can be various experiences, but you get there and you don't know what to do because the company or the school, wherever it may be, they don't have a very good onboarding program. So you will succeed because you'll probably figure it out eventually, but it makes so much more sense when you have a vision and when you know your mission that you're working towards. So this 90-day planner, we want all of you to be using it because it's something that we invested a lot of time in. And again, this is coming from years of experience, people out in the field. And so we're excited that you can have it. Last time I spoke to you, we talked about the first section. We talked how the belief starts with you. Today, let's go ahead and focus a little bit on the connect and share. And on the next time, we'll finish out on the rest. Now, why is this such fun? Instead of using slides, I'm going to show you the actual planner. Why? Because the planner, you can do one or two things with it. You can print it out like I have here. I love to use this on the road, and I use it very frequently. It's very inexpensive. But if you're more of a person like Michael Firth, who's just very tech savvy, then you can download this very interactable PDF. Let me go ahead and share my screen one more time so that we can dive in and you will see what I mean. 1 second, please. All right. I apologize. Oh, wrong one. Okay, let me just pull my screen up one more time. And I apologize for all these delays. I promise you we're going to get better. I think with what we have in mind, that's going to help us quite a bit. So let me go ahead and share my screen one more time, Michael. All right. I think you were able to almost see it. Let me just make sure it's there. Perfect. So I think you can see that now. So this is a wonderful tool because, again, if you're tech savvy, you can use this. And I've actually used this quite a bit myself. So let's go ahead and focus on connect and share. This is the second section. So why is this so important? We want you to achieve your goals. We have wonderful programs that have been established. So how do you share Neumi? How can you become a product of the product, and et cetera? So this section will focus on tips. I invite you to watch the video we have in the back office in the app where you can learn about what Neumi 123 is. But how would you do that? So the first thing we recommend is you connect to tools. So you can look at the videos on the app. You can join some of the groups we have. Next, you will connect to leaders, add them into your Neumi You Facebook group, introduce them to support. You can introduce them to us, the corporate team, bring them onto these calls that we hold, and more, and connect to products. Share a testimonial. You can do various things. So we'll talk about some little tips that you can do as you invite people and share the product. So first of all, let's talk about being a product of the product. I don't think Neumi has much of a challenge there because we have such a wonderful product to use that just speaks for itself. In fact, most people that come to Neumi, they're very interested in trying out the product. I can't tell you how many times I've met customers that have just walked into our office locally here in Utah and wanted to try the product. So, but why is being a product of the product so important? I can tell you, I use this daily, various times a day. I use the skin, I use the neuro. But why is it so important to be a product of the product? Because you need to really have a testimony of what you're sharing. You need to use it. I've seen it sometimes where members and other projects I've worked with sometimes don't even use products. And it's very hard for them to share how passionate they are about something if they don't share it or experience it day by day. So if you experience, become a master of the product, not only will you have a better setup for your success, but in our case, you're going to get a lot of good benefits that we offer through the hydrostat technology. And it's just such an easy task because I'll get into the next phase. It's important to be a product of the product, but one thing that Aaron Rennert, our CEO, always says is people necessarily are not always here to buy a product. They're buying into you. And so people that you connect with usually have, you can gain their trust, or they're people that already know you or trust you. And so they're buying into you. And they are, as a result, many times they're trying out our products. So you can develop stories, analyze what will work for you. So get inspired. Here's the second step. Prepare your inspiring story. On average, if you want to share a sales pitch, not necessarily a sales pitch, but when you share your story, in order to get someone's attention or someone intrigued, you need an average of about 30 seconds to a minute. So this is an opportunity where you can prepare your inspiring story. And when you write things down, you can actually have a lot of success into getting that better prepared. So see, this is what I mean by interactive. You can actually save this. You can even print it later, but as you do this, in fact, what I would recommend for every member is that every year you even review this and reset it. So yes, it's meant for the first 90 days, but you can even reuse it yourself because as you evolve, you may have different goals, different passions, or different things you want to accomplish. So you can write your story, and then you can write a little bit about your life, what you're dreaming of. Why are you doing Neumi? What's your why? What inspired you to seek a better life? And this will help you set the stage. Describe how you found a solution with Neumi products, how maybe just being introduced to Neumi Skin changed your life. I can't tell you that another few times I've met people that have been buying the products for years at Neumi and weren't even really aware that they could even make commissions or have their own business through it. So sometimes it's really fun to have them see that and say, oh, I can actually even get this for free. Yeah, there are many ways to earn from this, but this will give you a head start. So as you prepare, think about the future. Describe what you're excited about with Neumi and even outside of Neumi. See what potential you have through there. Put all together in your 30-second story. Again, on average, 30 seconds to a minute is when you can catch someone and intrigue them with your story. And the best part about it is that it's your story. Each story is different. There's no right or wrong way to do it. It's what inspired you and what motivated you is what will motivate the people you attract. But again, I recommend you connecting with your uplines, your diamonds, because they do it day to day and they can tell you what works great for them. Even with our type of industry, it's a little bit different because a lot of the great resources that usually attract people to want to know more about products or your opportunities is through social media, whether it's direct messages. There are different channels you can use, but I do invite you to find out what will work for you and find out what has worked for others that are already been successful here at Neumi. Step 3, schedule a game planning session. So this is what we're calling your GPS. So what can you do? Why are you getting started? What are some of your short-term goals? Go over your long-term goals. How committed are you to achieving those goals? It's very nice to write down a goal, but if you don't have a plan to go along with that on your GPS, chances are you're not going to achieve those goals. So it's very important that you revise your commitment daily to the goals and you hold yourself accountable so that you can truly accomplish what you're going after and make very specific goals. So sometimes it's good to stretch yourself, but when you make specific goals and you write them in the planner, you will hold yourself better accountable, okay? And then action. So make sure you focus on that, attend calls, meeting, training events, whatever works the best for you. And then step 4, build a list. So this is where people sometimes get a little bit, they get a little bit scared at times and they say, oh, how am I going to generate this? Or how can this, it's really a people business. So when you're in the people business, it's all about connections. Again, people are buying into you. But it's very easy. You can think of ways that you can share the product, enroll people that you desire to be associated with. How many times, look for those that you want to become like. Spend the time one by one. Quality time builds great relationships. Get to know people. Sometimes as humans, we like to really talk and share our stories, but It's also important to listen to your prospects, to your member story, to your customers, because you will know how to best connect with them and how to best help them through our opportunities. And then, of course, you can find out how it will help you specifically as you look for the people. Very important here. It says, don't prejudge anyone. I can't tell you how many times I've seen even people that said, oh, I'm not really interested. And then a year later, they've hit a diamond rank, or someone that came in, and maybe you can't really judge someone just because of what they're reflecting at that moment. But again, as people trust you and as you teach and educate them, they will be able to better have an idea of what they want to do. So look at these tips. You are looking for people who are looking, enroll people of influence and success. This is a wonderful opportunity. It's business. It's a business that is for people, and it's very different. It's very rewarding. Thanks to this industry, I've had the opportunity to meet many wonderful people throughout the world. And I'm on the corporate side. To be honest, I think being out in the field, like all of you, is where the magic happens. But I'm glad that I can be a facilitator and share my talents along with the other executives to best support you, because that brings a lot of joy to me when I see people for the very first time hit a rank, or when they get on the plane for the first time or go on a trip. It's very rewarding. But let's talk a little bit about the step 5, which is the last step of this section. So what does FORM mean? It means family, occupation, recreation, money, motivation, message. So ask yourself these questions. How's your family doing? That's very important. What are you going to work for now? What are you going to do for fun? What do you like to do? Who are you? What inspires you? Then that will lead to another conversation, which we're looking into the signs. So look for people's strengths, look for their interests, look for their goals, look at their needs. Again, as you look for those things, you're going to connect better with them. That goes on with the listening. And the most important thing is, don't give up. You can start and see how the new products can benefit. Sometimes, again, there is no right, wrong, or way. A lot of you very experienced networkers that are on this call you have more experience in the world than I'll ever have, because you're out in the field all day. But at the end of the day, when you connect with people, I'm sure you can remember of times when you were just yourself is when you had the most success, because sometimes we may think, oh, this requires a certain planning session or a certain speech. No, sales is about connecting. And remember, everything, I always share this with the field. Of course, I'm the sales guy of Neumi, but I think sales are a lot of fun and they're very important. You may not think about it, but when I was in the meeting on Saturday, I said, if you think about it, everything's a sell. Without sales, there isn't anything else. So this room we're in, I said, this is a sell. Someone had to rent this room out. You getting here, whether it's a vehicle or a Uber or whatever it may be, that's another sell. It's a business. Everything at the end of the day is a sell, and without sales, we don't have IT, we don't have other departments, and so at the end of the day, we're all involved in sales, and it's a lot of fun. So don't be afraid. Get out there, have fun, and have a good attitude. To finish things off, the key to success in direct sales is not selling, but solving problems and building relationships. That's a quote that is from an unknown author, but I just want you to keep that in mind. And don't worry. Everyone always learns. I can tell you, I'm learning every day, even from the field. Things evolve. So that's the last tip I'll give you as you prepare to form your contacts and as you're connecting and sharing. Keep in mind that the industry is constantly evolving, and the trends that maybe we were used to even 10 years ago, not that long ago, 5 years ago, there are different trends that exist today as technology develops, as different options are available. So make sure you always are open to evolve and open to learn. And that's the message that I have for you today. Join us tomorrow, same time at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Mr. Stephen Scott, their founder, will be on to share his breakthrough science call, and you'll have the opportunity to meet him. So it's Meet the Founder and Breakthrough Call tomorrow. And then we'll be back as a corporation again, just a reminder, on Monday morning at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on Neumi.tv. We'll keep you posted as we may have a new home for that specific call that will be outside of Neumi TV. But for now, until we get the momentum going, invite all your friends, invite all your prospects in other parts of the world that'd like to join us, it'll be a very fast, quick call, but it'll be exciting to always keep you in the know with the latest. And before I close out tonight, I'm going to actually get ahead and start on an announcement that will benefit a lot of our wonderful members in Europe. Next week, we're going to have some extended call hours for them. So our call center is currently testing a system that will help them have hours during the Central European time zone. Let me confirm that just to make sure. I'll announce it on Monday, but you'll have access during your day hours, and you'll have access to chat and email, so you don't have to wait until we open our doors here at 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So we'll announce that on Monday, but you can get your teams ready. An additional benefit to that is that there will be French assistance on that call. So we know there are a lot of languages that we service in Europe, but we will have the ability to support our French speakers due to the benefit we have of our support there. Well, my friends, I appreciate you taking the time to join us this evening or this morning, wherever you may be. Let me just, before I finish, let me look at the chat to answer any questions, as I promised that I wanted to.
Sergio, can I just hop in with one quick thing? Because I've been keeping an eye on the chat. So someone asked, when did the week start? And so that's the second Monday starts, midnight, switches over through to Sunday midnight. That's your week, correct? Mm-hmm. But Roger asked, where do we find that document? I just want to show you where we need it, and it isn't. So in the back office right now, if we go under tools and in business building resources, this is the short version of what you've just shown us, the Fast Start guide that goes hand in hand with that, but there is no link for us to download that guide you just showed yet. So if we can get it added to business building resources where all the other stuff is, that would be magnificent.
We'll get it added to there. I know for sure you can download it on the app right now, but we'll get it added to there this week for you. Thank you for that question. Well, thanks a lot, everyone. Nice to see you all. Thank you for your help, and congratulations, Prue, for your time yesterday on the opportunity presentation. Thank you for your help, all of you wonderful members worldwide. Have a great month of 2025, and don't miss out. This is a very aggressive and good promotion.